We back, hitting y'all right in the top of your heads, top
right
of your
between the
crown
eyes. Yeah, hitting that pineal gland. Saturday night, baby. Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, and it's like what we were saying last week about how reality is becoming fluent like a motherfucker. It's becoming fluent. It ain't this one solidified thing that people want to be convinced that it is. It's so fluent right now that it appears that we existing in a multiverse,
Multi-dimensional.
a
Yeah,
multiverse.
we sort of kind of are
Yes, we are.
simultaneously while we're right here.
Right.
Yeah,
So
Be-
yeah, I mean,
because
go
like
ahead.
you said before, all space and time reality exists in pretty much in one point.
Yes, yes, and we seeing it now. We actually seeing how, you know what I'm saying. All of what we've been convinced of is breaking down so gradually. It's
Mm-hmm.
faster. It's accelerating now. It's
Yeah.
accelerating
Oh,
at
yes.
a rapid rate.
Yeah, it is. It's accelerating very rapid.
So you can go into the mantra right quick
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
let's get
Get
right into
everything.
it.
Okay. Here we go. Through the power, force, might, and will of the great nothingness of infinite beingness, of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible light, from which comes the absolute all. All that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into physical realization, actualization, and form as we all now will and commanded to be, is now being and becoming an active force of higher consciousness and an active force of infinite intelligence within us all now. Being and becoming the great primordial dragon god sun Kundalini flame, now whirling and ascending up our spine from our root chakra to our central heart chakra and on up to our royal crown chakra, igniting our royal crown chakra, illuminating our first eye. The Lord Amenel Drakra, the hidden priestly grandmaster magi, the dragon god son, king and queen, igniting all of the 72 chakras in our first eye, our 72 primordial dragon god son, kings and queens, in all of our legions of 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 armies 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 of armies. Now, being and becoming our own Grandmaster Mother Dragon God Son Light Beam Mind Ship Merkaba. Now opening up a supermassive black hole, folding this space-time continuum, returning back to our original primordial beginning, returning back to our original primordial station and original primordial DNA blueprint before creation and humanity and before the fall of our primordial soul, renewing our dark matter, dark energy souls, reabsorbing our original primordial essences, reigniting the divine spark back to its original primordial charge, recharging the infinite soul back with the great mother dragon goddess queen, being and becoming something that's brand new, that's never been, being and becoming one with the absolute all that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into being now, as we all now will and commanded to be. Now, bringing all out war, judgment, death, and destruction to the multi universe created by the lower multi-dimensional archonic demiurge angelic and demonic energies that slayed our primordial souls before creation, using our primordial energy to create this light and energy extraction creation matrix, imprisoning our souls, keeping us ignorant of our true and higher selves. So it can feed off of our light through this wicked worldly system until now, because now's the time of their fall, as our new higher primordial dark matter dark energy selves return back to creation from our primordial beginning, traveling through a supermassive black hole in our Grandmaster Mother Dragon God Son Light Beam Mind Ship Merkaba. Now, ripping through and tearing a hole into this time and space continuum, circling all of the corners of the earth, awakening all of the divine sparks at once. Now, shedding their physical cocoons, being and becoming beings of dark matter, dark energy, emitting a new primordial light. Now, ascending up into the Grandmaster Mother Dragon God Son Light Beam Mind Ship Merkaba, along with the infinite soul of Mother Earth and her children, leaving an empty shell behind as we open up a supermassive black hole, folding out of this created matrix as it is completely destroyed, as we're all now reunited back with the infinite as one, now free to begin experiencing true divine love, being and becoming a new primordial universe where the earth is renewed into something beyond description, as our souls are now free to become our own worlds as kings and queens exploring a new and never explored universe and multiverse in pure love, harmony, and peace. Until this day of Brahma becomes the next night of Brahma. Through the power, force, might, and will of the great nothingness of infinite beingness, of infinite, endless, limitless, invisible light from which comes the absolute all. All that was, all that is, and all that is being and becoming realized into physical realization, actualization, and form as we are now willing commanded to be. Abracadabra, ashe.
Presto changeo.
Exactly.
And it has been presto changing all around us.
Mm-hmm.
Reality has become fluent.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where there is no concrete. There was just the fluence of reality. It's the flow, a constant flow of reality.
And by returning back to the prime, just consciously returning back to the primordial beginning,
Right. That's exactly what I'm
reabsorbing oneself
right.
back into the waters of noon, you can rebirth. You become self, the autogene, the self-created one.
Autogene.
Yeah.
Is that the atom? The no, what the atom?
I believe that's sort of like the Christos, the Christ.
The Christ. The Christ. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, like one of the first or second or third aeon of the 12 aeons.
Right.
Yeah, that's one of the high aeons. So yeah, it's about tapping into that aeonic energy. So in that sense, not only am I organic to this, to the land and to this planet, shit, I'm organic to all realities. You there?
Yeah.
I can't even hear you,
Go
man.
ahead.
Oh shit. Yeah, the volume went down. I said, not only am I organic to the land and to the earth, but shit, my soul is organic to all reality and beyond. If you're speaking, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm on the phone, so go ahead.
Oh, well, I said what I said. Well, what's new in your arena this week?
Um, the thing that I want to really discuss is how, like I said, reality is breaking down. Not kind of is breaking down right in front of our eyes. What we've been convinced of all these years is collapsing You know what I'm saying? Right in front of us. And there's this whole paradigm shift where, okay, this situation with the now we're learning that this wasn't just a random shooting in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It wasn't just a random shooting. It was now we're finding out a greater purpose. The brother who came up with the technology to he created an engine that can run off water. He was a security guard at that damn Tops
At that
that
market.
Market.
Mm-hmm.
He was a security guard at that market. Now, if you want to just dismiss it as a coincidence, you're not you're not really aware of how reality is changing right in front of us.
Yeah, they got. Remember, was this the same guy that we were talking about
Right.
on a few shows back?
Yes.
And
Now
we were
you
even. I was
yes.
even saying,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
and I was even
We were
saying,
bringing
yeah,
him up last week. We didn't even remember his name or nothing. But we
yeah.
brung him up before this incident even happened. I think it probably happened the day we brung him up. It probably
Well,
happened the day we brung it up.
well, it was Saturday. It happened that Monday. It was after that blood
Also,
red moon.
okay. So it was like
Yeah,
that weekend.
after
It was
that
that
blood red
weekend.
moon.
It was that weekend.
Yeah,
That
that
same
weekend.
weekend. Yeah. We
Yeah,
were talking about that, brother. That's not no coincidence. This is synchronicity, bro.
I
This
know.
is hella, this is hella synchronicity what we're dealing with, bro.
And then they do that shit after that blood red moon too, man.
Right. So and
Yeah.
then they did. I think they're attempting to create this stage right now. They're creating this stage right now because there's been a number of shootings recently.
Well, this shit is reminding me of some Terminator shit, man.
Right. But
Especially with
the
that
presidential campaign is coming up too. And I don't think the presidential campaign
the
is coming up,
midterm
but the
midterm election.
midterm is coming up. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that all
Yeah.
plays into it too. You got to understand that too.
Yeah. They want to make things as so bad as possible that we'll want to build more new prisons and want to be more
Right.
police.
It's all a setup. It's all a
Yeah,
setup.
they take away all the law enforcement. They kind of ease back and let the criminals get out, let them out. So ensuring that crime will fucking just
Continue.
crime will just go through the roof, and we'll be begging for them to police the fuck out of us.
Right. I mean, listen, we was already set up like that. I've been watching this documentary that speaks on the history of so-called black folks around the 80s, right? It's called What Was Black Folks Doing in the 80s? I may have that wrong. I may have that wrong, but it's a thorough breakdown of
Hmm.
a history of the 80s and so-called black affairs, black issues, and things of that nature.
Yeah, what was going on?
Right.
Now, you remember where we left off at last week about how um, everything that's going on, the powers that be, the Illuminati, they really look like us. They're
No,
black.
no doubt. No doubt. I agree.
Okay.
And I agree with
And we and they have the pale faces in front of them, and they got us, focusing on them. The pale faces are really pawns,
you. Yeah.
and they want us to focus on them. They want us to focus on the color issue, the black and white thing, and white people really aren't white. And not only that, but it's the real true enemy, the real true perpetrators behind all of this look like us, but they ain't us, but they look like us. And they've been behind this shit since they got here.
And that's been almost just as long as our ancestors have been here, and we persist. That's why
No, they got here when
they look like us, right?
They came with Columbus. Columbus brought. How do you think Columbus got help over here? Who do you think they were?
Well, you got to realize too. This is a debate in the Moorish movement too of how there were.
Oh yeah,
there were
you got
so-called Moors at the signing of the Constitution. I'm like, what political allegiance did they have, though? That's the question. At the time, they had political allegiance to states that were going colonizing indigenous lands. So this is where a lot of people are speaking on how the indigenous people here were invaded by the Moors and everything of that nature, right? Like they were invaded by the Moors.
Yeah, the Spaniards, the Conquistadorians, whatever they call them.
Well,
they were. You have the Fez against the feathers, because the tribes here didn't wear fez. They wore feathers.
The thing about it was, this is an old relationship. This is an old relationship that the people on this side of the world had with those people on that side of the world. And what happened was there were a lot of wars that were fought that brung the dynamics of that relationship into it became colluded after a while. So this relationship goes back further because Moors are
way back. This should go way back to Babylon.
This is why I speak on how what I think about when I think about Pangea and how they say it happened over millions of years. I'm not sure about that happened.
No, that shit happened suddenly.
You understand me? This did happen suddenly in the earth.
That shit happened. Just like they found
that's my theory.
Like they found those animals frozen with the food in their stomach, undigested.
Right.
They got frozen suddenly.
Exactly. So these things are known for happening. And my theory is that Pangea theory didn't happen over millions of years. It happened suddenly. So
and it was
also what I'm saying is the issue between the feather and the fez, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I've heard that, and it's really not an issue. It's really infighting amongst these different indigenous groups that have been here. Some have been here for thousands, some have been here for millions. So some of the ones have been here for thousands of years, they're getting the First Nations treatment, meaning because First Nation just means the people who are first here have first dibs on claims on who the land First Nation in law, right? Law. So they claiming to be the First Nations, and they're not.
Oh,
the dark-skinned people were the First Nations.
Yeah, but when the conquerors, when they came over, they brought their own.
No. You're right. No. I'm not talking. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm trying to address. I'm just addressing the Fez versus the Fez versus the feather issue.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Because what I'm saying, there was no beef between the Fez and the feather. There was no beef. They are the same people. What I'm saying is there became these beefs over time. Like there became inner fighting over time amongst these different indigenous groups here.
All right, but what about the Zionists, Black Zionist Jew Moors?
Well, the Zionism is fairly a new concept.
Well, these are the people that Noble Drew Ali infiltrated and got information and got secrets. And you know, he was doing he was a master of codes, and he was passing that shit on, trying to get us aware.
Brother, I see you in here. You ain't saying you ain't want to
Yeah, he's still
yourself or say something. Or you want to just kick it and listen in the background?
you
okay, you got me. Hold on. Okay.
Okay. Well, okay. Continue.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Right. I'm only concerned with what are we gonna do and what are we gonna fix. That's it.
Well, first of all, we have to know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Okay. What and
no? Okay. Now considering
who's on our land? Who are these people on our land?
Yes.
That are conducting business on our behalf. Okay, and how did they get the land? What happened?
Well, they don't claim they don't necessarily claim the land. They just claim occupation of the land. This is what they're claiming. Through treaties they were ceded. Through treaties they were ceded certain privilege to operate on the land. This is
but the people that signed those treaties they signed those treaties with were not us. They were people that looked like us.
No, I don't agree.
You don't agree? Well, okay. Well, from what I understand,
they were even like you said, all of it is us. Even the Spaniards that came in the conquistador, they were Moors. Yeah, they were dark-skinned people. So it's just us fighting each other, bro. That's all it really is.
Well, but again, it goes back to two different lodges: the Egyptians, or the Kemites, and the Babylonians. Two different lodges, two different schools, and you have that situation with the two brothers, Enki, Ea, and what's his other brother?
Enlil.
Yeah, Yahweh. Okay. All right. He's the warrior. He created his own, he brought his own fashion of black people here that were not indigenous to this land.
Well, you know what? That's ancient old propaganda right there. That divide.
No, it's not. Wait.
No. Let me finish. Let me finish.
It's not propaganda.
No, let me finish.
It's even in the Gnostic text.
Well, I'm not saying what he's saying is not historically accurate. What I'm saying is how it was presented in history is propaganda. Mm-hmm. And what happened was, yes, there have been divisions based on ideological divisions and political divisions, right? There's always been. You got to study that history more thoroughly in the sense of realizing that the concepts are not what we're, you know what I'm saying? We're looking at the people who take the concepts. Like, we're looking at the divide between Christianity and Islam, right? And in ancient times, these people got along. They didn't really infringe on each other as such, right? What happened was warmongering and this idea that infiltrated all of humanity is the scarcity idea. Like when the European came around, that was similar to how they saying how we got invaded by the spirit, right? When the European came around, it correlates with us as humanity. All of humanity got invaded by this spirit. This
but that's the work of the Babylonians.
Allowed us to not see.
Wait. Listen, what he just said.
That was the work of the Babylonians. All right. No, they did some shit that they weren't supposed to do without the council of the higher commands. and it
I agree.
fucked some shit up.
No,
And
I
there was some
definitely agree.
wars fought down here because of that. And
Yeah.
shit is still fucked up. It's kind of like we're kind of like trying to get the shit back together now, but it fucked some shit up really bad down here.
But what I'm trying to see, I'm gonna get you to realize is the bigger picture is that it was inevitable for these things to happen. It was inevitable.
Well, yeah, it was probably a natural part of our natural evolution.
Exactly.
But okay,
so
now
we're gonna harp. No, I don't want. This is what I'm saying is I don't want to harp over, because if we harp over that, we're gonna.
No, we're not harping. We're
no, I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are. I'm talking about this is what we're saying. What we're talking about is a greater conversation happening in the greater community. So we're just addressing something, us three, but this is a greater issue. I'm trying to address it from that perspective. Because everyone is using these things to divide us ourselves today. We're saying, oh, these people did this to these people. Yes, we've done a lot of stuff to each other that wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
But from what I understand, those people have to leave. They can no longer be allowed to interfere with us. They have to leave. They have to get off the planet.
Well,
from what I understand,
it's more like that spirit is leaving.
Okay, well, that spirit
and spirit, because that spirit entered into humanity to where now we didn't see the bigger picture. Like in ancient times, there was a global community.
Oh, yeah.
That concept of a new world order, that shit comes from where it was an actual global community, and we know this because the trade routes across the globe, they're ancient.
Oh yeah, very.
These are ancient trade routes, and
they
go from one side of the Atlantic to the other side of the Atlantic, meaning this is an ancient trade route. What we're seeing today as modern international economics, that started
on the Pacific too.
That started from the trade route because
America. We traded in the Pacific with the Asians, with Japan and China.
Okay, so you getting what I'm saying? So there was a global community before this spirit came upon people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A spirit came upon this whole earth that made us Neanderthal thinking. It made we start thinking.
Well, there was an accident. They said they built that large hadron collider and collapsed the fourth dimension onto the third dimension, trapping souls down here.
Right, but what happened? Like I said, when the spirit entered into humanity, right, we lost the Atlantean mindset.
Yeah, that was because of the accident.
The spirit came. This corrupt spirit came upon us. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, there was something happened. Obviously there was some type of cataclysmic event that took place that caused us to fall deeper and deeper and deeper into this what we call separation.
Right.
The illusion of separation. Right. But now that time we've gone past the time, and now we're on the other side, going back up.
See, what you're talking about is like on a cosmic level. I'm talking about on a mundane human level. How it
wait. Hold on. Wait. It's the same thing.
No,
he's talking about on a cosmic level, and you're talking about on a mundane level. It's all the same. The shit is over. Look, the shit is over. We get to run now. We get to run now. We get to do our thing now. It's already over. It's time for us to do our own thing. And we use all the we're gonna use all the technology. We're gonna just use all of it. And let's make it work.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the minds on this planet, and the technology to turn this world into one of the an envy of the entire galaxy. Okay.
We already were before at one time.
Well,
We
guess
already
what?
were.
We're back there now. We got the right stuff again.
Yes. Well, long as like the spirit that I'm speaking on is when we entered in procession, when we entering into that lower level, that's the spirit that came over. The spirit of matter came over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The spirit, and it's like once we in that, you're acceptable.
Yeah,
You're
susceptible. Yeah.
The lower realm. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened. This is what happened to all of humanity. No one's exempt. No one's exempt.
No one's exempt. No.
So we have to look at it like that and look at the bigger picture instead of always looking at it from our own perspective. We have the power right now to utilize the collective conscious in ways never utilized before. They've used the collective conscious to continue to enslave us.
Yeah. Now we can use it to unenslave us, to free ourselves. And
look, the internet is a living example of the collective conscious.
It's alive.
Yes.
So we can, like, what we're doing right now could have is the tech, like he's saying, the technology. I'm really worried about the technology that's being suppressed, because this right here is not even scratching the surface of what's actually available.
Yeah, of course, but regardless of that, we do have the minds right now to bring a lot of change. We have the minds on this planet right now to revolutionize everything. I mean, there's a lot of bright people on the planet at this time, more than any time.
And as long as they continue to allow them to be beaten down spiritually, that's where they're attacking. That's where the war is happening, y'all. It's not happening on a physical level. The war is happening on a spiritual level, and if you're not addressing it from that perspective, you're losing.
We have to fight for those minds. We have to fight for those souls, because we need them. We need them.
Right.
Because shit, we're not going to they're going to be the ones to help us make the world transform the world into a new garden, into something very special. They just need.
I used to say that too, but I agree with you. Told me before that we're not going back to any of what we've done before. We're creating something we have never seen before, ever before in the history of life.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We got now. We got the souls. We have the energy here to do that. Even if we're destroyed on the physical realm, our consciousness will reform something again on another realm. We'll do it someplace else higher.
And that's the greatest phenomenon, because everyone agrees that all we're doing is repeating what we've been doing over and over again, right? So now we're at the point where we're going to do something totally different we never done before.
Yeah. We're at that point now.
I know probably people will probably minimize that and like, no, you're talking about what we do. No, we are doing the same thing over and over again. There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
Well, now we're about to create something new, and it might not even be under this particular sun.
Well, it might appear to be new. It'll be so old that it appear to be new.
Right. Look. We have the new technology. We just have to use it.
Well, we awaken.
Say again.
We have awakened to this technology.
Okay,
This technology is not new. It's
okay.
been here. We just tapping into it.
No, I'm saying the all the new technology that is right here and right now.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that we got to talk about is how to use the new technology that's out here right now today.
Okay, so bypass all of the rhetoric, right? Let's do this. Let's do this right here.
Yeah.
Let's all three of us come together and go on and put in for what they got the solar power generators,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then
Yeah.
eventually we can buy more and sell them to other people once we get into the, you know what I'm saying, and get familiar with how to purchase one, how to get one, and then that's how we can just start off. If we talking about technology, just purchase a solar power generator.
No. The way we start off, we form a mastermind. We find people that are smarter than us, and we use their minds. We just
Wait,
we hmm?
wait. I hear you. Hold on. I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, I know a lot of things about a certain thing, and you know a lot of things about certain things, right?
Yeah.
And Stern,
You,
you
you
know
can't.
a lot of shit about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is, put the shit together and then build it up.
No, listen, I've given us the solution, and I always get this from the people, right? When I'm saying let's get to the logistics, we just talking right now. The
Yeah.
logistics is, are we going to come together, pull our finances together, and be an example of what everybody else should be doing? We should be pulling our finances together and purchasing certain things that will give us a better advantage. The solar power generator, we don't know what the fuck gonna happen in the next. There's gonna be blackouts. We
Oh,
need solar power
you got a good
generators.
point there.
We need
You
solar
have a
power
good point.
generators. You understand me? And I
Mm-hmm.
just thought of that. You know what I'm saying? I just thought of that, and that's something that is not really so far fetched. Everybody want to
No.
go into the far fetch and what is possible. I'm saying this could be done immediately. We can all pull together $100. It wouldn't cost no more than what $500 to get one of those generators. You feel me?
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm just practical like that. I'm not with the rhetoric. I'm not with the just talking and then we don't get nothing accomplished. We're gonna be
Yeah.
talking another year and ain't accomplished a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot
I
of
feel you on
talking.
that.
A lot of talking. I'm with the logistics, man. Let's actually make some shit happen. Right? Let's actually
Yeah.
put our money together because once we do it once, because I know the people hesitant to even be an investment with each other. We we have been beat down. That's a part of the slave mentality that we don't even highlight a lot. Is now the we went through slavery and now we don't have no trust for each other. We don't have no trust. We don't have. We don't want to join forces
We
and work
haven't
cohesively.
learned how. We
We
haven't
don't.
learned how.
We don't have
Yeah,
no.
but
We don't have no
wait.
cohesiveness. Look,
Wait. What?
I'm telling you from experience. I'm with an organization right now, and the brothers and sisters involved, they don't really have enough respect for what we're doing to where it's kind of breaking down based on that lack of respect for our
Wait.
issues, our lack of respect for our
Okay.
organization. We
Okay.
would rather look.
Look.
We always
Look.
use the example of the European because we highlight them, but who did they learn it from? Us.
Okay, look, this is what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, this is why the cryptocurrency and all that stuff, this is why it's so important. Because if you go and pay your money and then you go pick up your product at a certain location, it's already done. It's the same thing. Like
I agree. I'm with you on that. We don't want to go into you repeating over and over the same thing. I'm telling you, brother, I'm with you. I'm going to invest in crypto, but I'm not putting
no. It's
I'm not
not
putting
about.
all my eggs
Wait.
in one basket. I understand the importance
Okay,
and how we
hold
can
on,
leverage. I understand
Okay,
how we can leverage crypto in our interests. I understand the leverage. We can use it
it,
and leverage our interests. But that's what I mean about logistics. How do we get to actually talking about it to it actually happening?
Well, right now, jumping in crypto is like trying to catch a falling knife. It hasn't bottomed
okay,
yet.
but
Go ahead. Y'all
okay,
talking.
but you said jumping in crypto is catching a falling knife, right?
Like trying to catch a falling knife. It's like
Okay,
jumping in
wait.
crypto at this point.
Okay, wait. I talked to Stern about this. Now let me talk to you about this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay,
I hear you.
okay. So what I'm saying is that if somebody like the black guy that's standing on the corner and you see him every time you go through that corner, you see the black guy and he's selling something, right?
Yeah.
So if you were actually gonna like order something from him or buy something from him, if you use the crypto or any of the white man technology, if you use it and you put money and buy something from this guy, it's you're gonna get it. Now, can you hear what I'm trying to say?
Um. Uh, you're gonna have to help me out because you know I have my programming, and so I have the way that I see things. So for me to see what you're trying to help me to see, you might have to be a little more.
It's look, it's trust. Like
Okay.
the same way that you get if you go get some food delivered
Uh-huh.
and you don't have to trust the guy that delivers your food. He's gonna have some sweats on and a t-shirt. You don't have to believe in that guy, but you believe that the big organization is the one that orchestrated the delivery.
Yeah, the image. You believe, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Well, here's where I'm at on the crypto thing. Here's and not
no,
just that,
no, no.
on a
But
lot of
wait. I'm sorry. the crypto is very important, and I can tell you about that later. But what I'm saying is, we have to use the the stuff that's working right now, because
Well,
I got somebody that deliver a package on Amazon, and they drive up with an Amazon truck. And then there's packages that get delivered that are just somebody in a regular car. They come deliver my package. They don't have no uniform, they don't have no truck. That's
yeah, okay,
that
yeah.
part. Okay, that part, I'm saying
Mhm.
we need to use that part right now and just do it for us instead of Amazon getting the money or Walmart getting the money or Target getting the money. I'm saying we just got to figure that part out and we can just do it ourselves. Just
Well,
people that go ahead.
I'm from the school where I learned that it's smarter for me to learn how to make my money work for me instead of me working hard for it. My thing is learning how to make my money work harder for me, but then I can get up and go to work for it. And the way that I feel that I can make my money work harder for me than I work for it is knowing where to be and when not to be there. And right now, where we're at this point in this economy and in this cycle, is very, very, very unique. Okay, we're like in the same situation where we were in 2000. I don't know if you remember what happened in the year 2000. That was the year we have the election, Bush versus Gore, and that was the year that the Fed was hiking interest rates, the central bank, and that was the peak of the tech boom. All right, the .com boom. And at that point, what was supposed to become one of the biggest and greatest thing ever known to humanity turned into one of the greatest nightmares. And everyone who's been in cryptocurrencies, if you got in November, December of last year, you got in at the top. You got left holding the bag because a lot of these currencies have depreciated in value substantially. Bitcoin, after topping off at 69 or $70,000, it's fallen below $30. I mean $30,000 in the 20,000 range, and it has the potential to keep coming down. It can bounce up. There's going to be some bounces. I mean, we're in a bear market, and in a bear market are the times when you see some of the biggest moves up. Okay, but they're followed by some of the even bigger moves down to new lows. And we're just at the beginning of this. This thing is not over. See, since January to now, 21 trillion dollars has been evaporated from all of the financial markets. $20 trillion, about $21 trillion. That includes the crypto, stock markets, everything. All right. How big is our GDP? Our GDP is $20 trillion. All right. So if you have a GDP that's $20 trillion and it just lost $20 trillion in the financial markets, you're gonna and we're at the beginning. we haven't even hit the bottom yet. Okay. Now, if you want to make some plans on how to be, you want to be strategic in the situation in this current environment right now. I don't think I think in this environment you want to be in a position where you're you're in cash. You want to be on the sidelines watching and waiting and see who's going to be left over, who's going to be left standing in the end. And then when you see who's the last man standing and you see what's left over, then start um, you can start building from there. You see, right now we're at the point where you see on the tarot card you have the towers. You have first the tower is tall, and then a big stone come and boom, knock half of the tower down. Okay, half of the tower is being knocked down, and what's left standing when this is over, that's the part of the tower you want to use. We don't know what that is yet because we're not there yet. We're in the beginning process of that. So now the strategy is, where the fuck do I need to be as this event is occurring? Because this is a financial event that we're in right now. It's not just financially, socially. We're in a major event. We're going through a major event. We're right in the middle of something that, man, that is very, very, very um, remarkable. If that's the right word to describe it, it's undescribable, and there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity. However, you have to have been around, and um, you know you have to have gone through at least 2 or 3 10-year business cycles to understand this. And what I mean about a 10-year business cycle is that every 10 years, you're going to go through the boom, expansion, and then the bust and the contraction. And then every maybe 30 years or 40 years, you have that super boom, and then that's followed by a super bust. Okay, we had the super boom, even though it was artificially sustained, but they were able to pull it off, and they did. And now here come the super bust. And we're having this super bust at a time where we have all this great technology and new things that are coming out and that are in their infancy stages and had a really good run, a remarkable run, and got people thinking that, oh my God, the sky's the limit. This shit can go on forever. This is the same way they thought about the .com. All right. And during that .com boom, even though inflation is not like how it is now, we did have inflation then. The inflation was the .com boom. The inflation was the stock market. And the Fed chairman at that time, Alan Greenspan, he came out and said that this irrational exuberance is unsustainable, and it's not going to last. And he popped the bubble by hiking interest rates.
Okay. Wait. What would you suggest we do?
Same thing that you do in every situation like this. You follow the smart money. That's what you do. You do not follow the 90 percenters. You follow the 1 and 10 percenters. You think like they think. If you think
You
like they
think
think, Hmm?
You think right now, you think we should buy in right now? Do you think it's a good time to buy in right now?
If you know how to trade.
No. Stern, are you still here?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay,
If
okay,
you know,
okay, okay. Wait. Okay. Brother, go,
yeah.
go, go back and say, do you think the market is really, really down right now? Do you think it's time to buy in?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
it's due for it. It's well, we you missed that time. That was Monday last week.
Oh
well,
no,
I
it
look at
ain't
it like
changed.
this.
It ain't
Let me
changed
say a
that
couple of
much.
things.
Wait, it
I,
ain't
Oh yeah,
changed that.
yeah.
let
It
me
had a
say
big move, but see,
let me say a couple of
here's what's
things.
happening though.
Let me say a
What
couple
you
of things. Let me say a couple of things because I might have to end the show in a minute. The economy that we're presently in right now is based on a false. Is based on securities, instruments that really don't exist except on the ledger of these banks' books. So it's all a fictitious endeavor that is becoming exposed.
Okay,
a
so
derivative.
It's
are you
becoming.
saying are you
Let me finish.
wait
Finish.
are are you saying we should wait a little bit?
No, we shouldn't wait for shit. What we should be doing right now is gathering all things that are valuable in the sense of when an economy is gone or it's collapsed, we can still maintain gold, silver, right? I'm saying this is what you need to be getting right now. Gold, silver. You need to be trying to get another thing that people are overlooking that is very significant for what we're going into is you need to create your own body politics. You need to create your own jurisdiction that you are operating politically through. A lot of this will discuss we had last night when you was talking. You're trying to dismiss my argument about how other nationalities not only have economic power, they have political power. They have political power, right?
Hmm.
And we have little to no political power. Why? Because we have no unity. So there's only we can only look at it from the perspective of an individual, and we don't understand nationality.
Yeah, but if we don't have an economic, okay, a lot of let's look at the Spanish community in our economy in our community the just maybe like a decade ago, their economy was $1 trillion. Okay, so they're flowing. They have fluidity there. All right. Now let's say we if we were doing the same thing, we had the same unity to the point where we had an economy, we had our own economy, a multi-trillion-dollar economy,
To
just in our
me,
community.
to
We
me,
can do that.
anything other than that will be subjugation. We are always going to be the subjugated group because we have not consolidated our political power through nationality. This is the
Well,
advantage. This is the advantage that every other nationality has over us because they have an underground economy that thrives.
well,
They have
that's
an
because the
underground
wool has
economy
been
that
pulled
thrives.
over our eyes. The wool has been pulled over our eyes. Okay, once Okay, once a lot of people are waking up, and they're waking up and they're discovering the shit that they're discovering. Now, you're right. We need some type of beacon, that they can a beacon of light that they can
My
see from afar and
question,
migrate to.
no,
And there's something there for them when they get there.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What government or state protects so-called black people?
Ain't no such thing as that.
Exactly.
That's something we have to
stop. Now
we have to create that ourselves. We have to come together and do that ourselves. That's up to us.
I'm mentioning that because we can't overlook that. The point, why we're in the predicament we're in right now is because we continue to overlook that particular point right there. What fucking government or state is protecting so-called black folks?
It's the other way around, Stern. It's the other way around.
What's the other way?
They're out to get us. They're out. They have blood pacts. They have. I've seen these treaties that they have these blood pacts. These these manifestos written to where at all costs fuck us up.
I don't care.
Okay, so of course we don't have anyone but ourselves, and we barely have that.
We don't even have ourselves. The amount of bickering, the amount of self-loathing, the amount of, you can see it amongst others.
And you know what? You know what? Let me tell you something.
Let me finish. We ready to shoot some shit up if one of us do something to each other. But let somebody outside our community do. We trying to negotiate. We're not ready to go to war when we obviously have been attacked at that level where it was active war. But when one of us do something to each other, we ready to kill up some shit.
Well, we have the resources to kill each other, but we don't have the resources to go to war against someone else.
What happens is we got the resources to kill each other up, right?
Yeah. But do we have the resources?
We're ignoring. Listen, yes, we do. We got plenty of guns amongst our ass. We got plenty of guns. Okay, so stop that.
Well, we're gonna have guns.
The problem is that we are not that concerned about ourselves enough to stop gun violence amongst ourselves. We're not going to stop that.
But a lot of that,
on the United States government to set. This is why I put up that post up today, and I gotta end the show, bro.
Okay.
That's why I put up that post where it says, if you celebrate Juneteenth, you're agreeing that somebody has the authority to free you. They don't say exactly that. I'm paraphrasing, but something similar to that. And somebody came up and talking about, oh, so what are you saying? Slavery never existed? No, I'm saying the mentality we need to address, our mentality. The fact that somebody convinced us to, like an elephant tied to through a string, because he was trained so many years. He can break that damn string, but he's been trained for so many years that and this is how they
don't know any better. You don't know any better.
That's how they train these animals in India. They train them just like that to make them where they're.
Yeah, if you train an animal from a baby, when he grow up, you won't have to leave him in the cage. You won't have to. You can be free. The cage should be in his mind.
You see the psychology of our people. This is the psychology. This is the mentality of our people. So in that present state, you will never do anything in your best interest.
Yeah, but that's because of people that look like us, that aren't us. Listen. You got that situation here too.
No.
You got people here that look like us that aren't us.
No,
that are fucking some shit up.
Even if we being possessed by something, I'm looking at us. I'm not looking at nobody else outside of us right now.
Well,
All the melanated indigenous people on the land right now, I'm speaking to you. You understand me? Because I don't care
yeah.
what's outside of us. Are we going to allow ourselves to be put in these conditions continuously to work against our own best interests? Or are we going to realize that we're working against ourselves right now?
Well,
Every
it's up to each individual.
every aspect of our reality is sabotaging what's in our best interest. Even our mentality, every aspect of our life right now is sabotaging to what's in our best interest, bro.
But we don't know what our best interest is. What is our best interest? What is our best interest? First, you got to know what your best interest is. If you're not aware,
is to return back to our original state of being.
Is everybody aware of that?
It's to peel off all of the fakery, the phony, fake shit that we clothed ourselves in, so that we can amalgamate in their society. We need to take it off and return back to the original state we was in prior to us having to put on all this bullshit that we're putting on to assimilate to this bullshit ass society, bro.
But what about yeah, okay, but meanwhile, what happens to our adversary?
What happens to our adversary? He loses because we refrain from being a source of energy. Because this is the only reason this beast. I don't want to hear no one complaining about this beast until you totally remove yourself from the beast. Because we're fueling the beast that's going around the planet right now, causing chaos and destruction all over the fucking planet. So that blood is all on all of our hands. As long as we continue to engage in the same society that fuels the beast.
Okay, then we have to create our own society, or just be out in the streets.
Okay, when I said that earlier.
Yeah, just be out in the streets. Yeah.
First of all, we have to stop looking at ourselves at a disadvantage. We're on our land. We're on our land right now. So all the
so are they.
Resources,
so are they. So are their law enforcement.
Let me finish. We're on our land. All the natural resources belong to us. But guess what? We can't claim it until we grow up and have a national voice. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. I keep talking this stuff, and all my people.
I'm hearing you, but I'm thinking about are we the sacrifices that are coming?
I'm looking at it from the perspective of recognizing the international process to return back to the original state you were in prior to being colonized, prior to being being in
I mean, how many times have I said I'm organic to the land? I'm organic to the universe.
I'm saying, that's a claim you making, right?
Yeah.
But how do we claim?
Well, that is a fact. I am organic.
You're making that claim. You're making that claim as a one person. What I'm telling you is we have to all realize that we all have that claim. We all can make that claim, but the only way they're going to ever respect the claim is if we all make it as one.
Yeah, but see, in order for that to happen, each one has to make it amongst themselves first. And then once that happens, then the group will come together. You'll have a bunch of people that already made that decision personally first, meeting together instead of a bunch of motherfuckers just meeting together. Okay.
Okay, so you said that like you're saying something I haven't heard 1,000 times before. Every time I mention that, I mention that, I hear the same thing over.
Okay, so what's your point?
No, what's your point? No, stop. You said it verbatim, exactly what every brother and sister I've told that. You got to start with an individual. Like I didn't know that. First of all, I already knew that. But I get the same response every time. Why? Why do
Well,
we always look at the individual?
you wasn't.
Hey, let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we? Because it fits with the current state of mental state we in. It fits with the current emotional state we in. It fits with it all fits with where we want to be, because the challenges we don't want to take, we're going to decide to be comfortable instead of taking the challenge of actually
If
learning.
obviously
We're going to
you
choose to
have to
be
be you
comfortable
taking
every time.
the
You're not
challenges your own life.
Everybody I tell this, they choose to be comfortable and take on the challenge of taking their own destiny in their own hands. They always do. Every time they choose to be comfortable instead of taking the challenge of taking their own destiny in their own hands. Yes, they're going to
I
be
thought we
careful.
were already talking about
all
that.
they do is
Wait.
bring up,
Aren't we already talking
what are we
about that
going to do then?
individual?
I'm telling you what we're going to do.
Wait. Aren't we already talking about that individual, the one that made the decision for themselves? That's the one that's taking the challenge.
No, but I'm saying it's a program. It ain't an individual. Y'all think collectively because you want to be comfortable. So every time I said what I said, they said exactly what you just said. So that's a program right there. I want to break that program. I want to break that spell. Everybody said the same. I got to start with our individual stuff first. They say the same thing verbatim, bro.
Well, duh. What else are you gonna start? Okay, so what else do you start off with first? What did you start off with first? What did you start off with first? What do you? Well, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. Be the example. You're the example.
I have been for a long time.
Okay, so what's
I've been an example for what I'm saying? And guess what?
Well, I've been an example for what I'm saying too. Shit.
I've been an example of what I'm saying. But what I'm saying
I've always been the Lone Ranger. I've always been the Lone Ranger.
You're not alone, bro. You're not alone. You are doing the same thing every other brother and sister is doing. You're choosing the same decision that every other brother and sister is choosing. You don't act like you're unique in your response to that. You're not unique, bro. I'm telling you, I'm 20 years of experience, bro. 20 years of experience. The same response. Take on, okay, how we're going to work within the system.
Okay, you're hooping and hobbling about that, but I'm asking you to you give us your example of what you give us your example.
To do what's comfortable instead of doing
okay, you're criticizing, but now let me hear what you're doing differently.
I'm telling you, we're building a body politic. We're all these claims, all this rhetoric we've been talking about. Now we're living up to it. We're taking ourselves out of the psychological inferiority complex that we was in. And
who's we? You're saying where? Who are you speaking? Yes,
I'm connected with a network of brothers and sisters that's tired of the rhetoric themselves. And we're really taking on the challenge of governing over our own affairs, period. And that's what we're talking about. We're taking on the challenge of stop indulging in the beast bullshit and then expecting we're choosing to remove ourselves from his bullshit because we see it falling. All of the response I get, like I said, from the mass majority of my brothers and sisters is to continue doing the bullshit that ain't been working.
Oh well, I don't understand where you got me confused. Wait, excuse me. You're putting me on the same category as them? Because if you are, dude, this broadcast is over. This broadcast is over.
I didn't hear nothing you said I didn't hear nothing you just said in response to what I just said about national unity that every brother and sister has not alluded to. Every brother and sister has alluded to being complacent and continuing to work within the confounds because they're comfortable.
No, I said the person. No, you have to make the decision with yourself first. That means taking responsibility. I have to take responsibility myself first.
Okay, your greatest responsibility.
So taking responsibility means responding. That doesn't mean just sitting there on my ass and
No,
not
I'm not
just
saying.
it just okay.
I'm saying besides the rhetoric of that, and opposed to it actually be to the point where if there was enough brothers who said, because when I mentioned that,
See, I'm gonna know what's going
you're
on, and
saying
I'm gonna
another
know how to
response. You're
manipulate this
saying
shit,
another
and I'm
response.
gonna know
You're saying another response that I'm used to hearing again.
yeah.
When
Okay.
when
Well,
I do that, when I say this, and I'm speaking in general, they always
I'm gonna know that as well. I'm gonna know that, and okay, if my brothers and sisters got something going on that is really, really great, okay, and I see you, we'll find each other, and I'm gonna make sure I have my resources. But actually, I have an ideas of my own too. I have my own ideas too.
I'm not. See, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying doesn't dismiss nothing. And I'm used to hearing. That's another response. I'm used to all this. So I got.
Well, I'm used to hearing people. Well, you're something unique too.
No.
What you're
I'm not
saying is
saying
something
me.
unique too.
No, I'm not saying I'm unique at all. I'm just saying I'm unique in the sense. I'm unique in the sense that I'm not reverting back to what's comfortable.
I think we're all unique. And I think
I'm not
the more
saying.
information we have, when we have the right information at the right time, I know when I have the right information at the right time with the right resources, I make a move. I'll make a move.
But that's what I'm saying. This is the same. I'm not. What I'm speaking about. We. When I say we, you can't get offended that you are not engaging or something. I'm not. When I say the we, it's not. It's not for you to get offensive. If we get offensive, then that's what I'm
Well,
talking
no,
about.
you're getting
I'm used to
offensive
that.
for me saying
I'm used to it.
you're the one that's getting all excited about the other
I'm passionate.
person.
I'm very passionate about this. So yes, I'm very excited
Well,
about
see,
getting
you
this
can't
word
expect
out to people.
nobody to follow anybody blindly. All right,
No. That's not what
smart
I
followers.
mentioned that.
You don't follow no one blindly.
All I'm saying is I'm used to the same responses over 20 years
And in the
of me
organizations,
promoting unity. For me promoting unity amongst our people for over 20 years. I've heard it every response that is ever to be heard, bro. And it always alludes to continuing to do what's comfortable for us. Because that comfort zone was comfortable for us.
I ain't talking about nothing comfortable. Ain't shit comfortable in my fucking life. Ain't shit been comfortable for my motherfucking ass. Everything that I had, anything that I've had, I had to fucking fight for it. So and anything I am gonna have in life, I'm fighting for it. Okay, so ain't shit fucking comfortable. Ain't shit comfortable.
We have for the most part taken the comfort route. Period. End of discussion. We haven't taken on the challenge of we keep saying we gods. We keep saying the pyramid building. We haven't taken on the challenge of building no damn
that's
pyramid.
bullshit. I was doing that shit in the fucking 90s. Okay, I was doing that shit in the fucking 90s, man.
We haven't taken on
doing
the
that shit. I was doing that shit when y'all was in diapers,
That's
man.
what I'm saying. I'm saying we. Yeah,
I was doing it with my wife.
That's the problem. And that's our problem. We can only focus on the individual when it comes to somebody speaking on the we. We can only focus on the individual. And I'm not speaking on the individual right now. I'm speaking on the we, the collective. When we look at it, we look at things in a sense of
you're not the only one. You're not alone, Stern. You're not alone.
No.
You're not alone in that aspect.
Let me tell you something, brother.
You're not alone.
20 years of experience of being in the grassroots, bro. I'm alone like a motherfucker, bro. There is not many. There was 1%. There was 1% of what. Usually, when I'm doing this work, when I'm 20 years of experience, bro, is usually we talk a good game, it sounds good, and then everybody go back to regularly scheduled program already in progress. I'm used to that. I'm not used to brothers really being serious about actually organizing, about actually consolidating our forces. I've never run into it. Never in 20 years of experience of it, brother. So you can see why I'm so passionate about what I'm
Well, you'll never see me running after anything like that. I will never run behind any organization. Never.
No, it's not
Never.
running by. That's not what I said.
I will never.
I'm saying
I don't.
we need to
I
start
mean, I will
organizing.
organize. I will
I never said
organize with
you
other
should
like
run.
minds.
That's what I'm
A
saying. I never said you
mastermind.
should
I
run.
believe in having a
That
mastermind,
never came out my
but
mouth. You should
just
run.
organizing with a bunch of my people. Okay, because we're these my people.
That's a normal response. That's a normal
No,
response. That's a normal response I'm getting too. I'm not organizing. I didn't even say.
yeah, that's because organizations get infiltrated.
I said
They get infiltrated.
I
They
said
get
we.
infiltrated.
I
What
said
happens
we.
when your organization gets
Listen to my
infiltrated
language.
and gets
Listen to my
debunked?
language.
Okay, then what?
I never
Then
said
what?
you should. I never said you
What
should
happens
run
when your
behind
organization gets
I'm
infiltrated?
saying we together should create an organization. We should create an organization. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying run behind.
No. I will create a secret
we should
society.
create one. I'm saying
No,
we should be
I
able to
will. I will
know each
create.
other enough to create organizations. I'm saying we should create, not run behind the organization. I'm saying we should create an organization.
Okay, well, eventually eventually we are.
What does that take?
Stern, we already headed. We're heading in that direction. Why don't just let it happen?
20 years of experience is the hardest task I've ever taken on, brother.
Okay,
it's the hardest task to even get people to realize the collective interest that we all have together, and realize that they're utilizing our collectiveness against us right now. They're utilizing not our collectiveness, our disconnect, our disunity against us right now. That's their main weapon against us. Is our disunity. Their main weapon against us is our disunity. Period. Their main weapon against us is our disunity. Is because
and at the same token, and it's a weapon, and it can also be used. And our unity can also see when you take shape, and form, you become easier. You become an easy target.
But guess what? What if we form in a way that can't be detected in that respect? We can form any way we want to. We don't got to form in a traditional way of forming. See, this is what I'm saying. We don't got to form in a traditional way of forming. Come on now. There's solutions to all this. There's solutions to every freaking problem, bro.
See, that's the whole thing. Well, when a person brings up the problems, that doesn't mean they're being negative. That means they're being positive. That means they're being intelligent.
No, you're right. I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I don't think we should hide when we see. I don't think we should hide from negativities. No, I think we should embrace the negative. You see how I run peace, chaos.
Yeah.
I don't just say peace to my brothers. I say chaos to my brothers. Keith, we gotta embrace all of it. We gotta embrace the chaos, and we gotta embrace the peace.
Hey, I would love to be at unison with my intelligent, strong brothers. I want to go to war with. I would love for us to go to war with us. I would rather go to war with my brothers than go to war against my brothers. But I want to know the difference between the ones who look like us and that aren't like us.
That's easily solved too.
But who are only interested in our self-destruction.
We can end infiltrations amongst us right now when we just make a decision on where our political allegiance lies. Where do your political allegiance lie? Are you still worry about what you invested in that entity called the United States? Because that's a lot of why people would trade against us.
No, I'm interested.
I'm
No,
already invested in this.
I'm interested in what I invest in
the United
myself.
States. Let me finish. You're talking over me. A lot of our people, another response I'm getting from our people is, I'm already invested in the United States of America, so I'm already invested. I'm like, well, that investment is not going to yield any real returns.
Well, that's a bad investment. That's a bad investment because that motherfucker can foreclose at any time. It's in
You're
debt.
not going to yield any real, because I just exposed. If people go back to this, then I just exposed everything that.
All they gotta do is just look at the internet, at the motherfucking debt clock, real time.
The motherfucking economy is a false. It's a
look at that debt clock.
It's a false. It's a house of cards, and it motherfucker has no foundation. It's a foundation of fucking sand. So when we talk about that, that's some real issue. No, humanity just needs to get the fuck off the titty of these goddamn bankers. Period. And we coming to realize that now. We're coming to realize that now. So now that's celebrations on that. We're coming to realize that we got to get these bankers out our land, get their investors, their investments, because that's how, if you study the economic hitman, what happens is these bankers send these people in these countries to put them in debt. So now they have to write over all their natural resources to these damn.
I know that, and that's one of the IMF's number one.
That. We have to stop doing it.
Yeah, but motherfuckers don't want to end up like what's that country? What's that country? The one with all the oil in South America that got fucked up next to El Salvador.
Venezuela.
Yeah.
Right.
At one point, Venezuela they were at the top.
What happened was Venezuela's leadership was too strong for the CIA to break it, and that's what the problem was. So they could. Instead of breaking it, they sent in these people, the agitators, to collapse the government. That's what happened.
And they collapsed the economy. They collapsed
the same thing they try to do to Cuba.
And then we put all these sanctions on them.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So they don't have medicine coming in. They don't have. We strategically designed this shit to fix it to where you fucking. It's a form of warfare. Instead of sending bombs and missiles, we can beat you in other ways that can be just as effective.
It's called Cold War, bro. It's called a Cold War. Or
it's a cold-blooded fucking war. When you go, your country don't have any more gas.
They also call proxy wars.
Well, no, I'm talking about this economic war where they sanction your country out of existence to where there's nothing coming into your country.
These corporations imposing the same corporate espionage, the corporate espionage.
Corporations.
Right. They're conducting their espionage to bring down one corporation. Now this is because when you
but what do you think a fucking country is? What do you think a whole nation is? A nation is a corporation.
When you in that world, it's about conquering. It's just through corporations, though. Corporations conquer other corporations. So it's the same dynamics of how United States imperialism is doing the same. It's taking the same formula. We have to realize now it's also exposing how what we're calling the United States government is nothing more than a corporation itself.
It's a criminal corporation that's controlled by something with a lot of tentacles.
Right.
not just 8 tentacles. We're talking about some Cthulhu looking motherfucker. Okay,
Right.
that many tentacles.
He ain't that powerful. That ain't that
No,
powerful.
not that powerful, but he got that many
Brung down.
tentacles.
They can easily be brung down. They can easily be easily over. It
That's
can be.
what
It
I'm
can
just.
happen over really not. It can really happen overnight. It just they got the masses of the hearts and minds of people under their spell, and that's the main. That's the main reason. Our main objective. Our main fucking objective is to get the motherfucking masses to stop being their own worst fucking enemy. And with that, you say your last words, bro. I got to go.
Hey man, just you can't go wrong keeping it strong.
Can't go wrong keeping it motherfucking strong. I love that, man. That's what it is. You understand it? Keep going motherfucking strong, y'all. Live dangerous.
Live dangerous. Shit. If you're not, you just taking up space in this bitch.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we out.
We're out, man.